In the final trade of the day, a look at traders and trends. Joining us now, Jared Levy, Director of Investments at DBHW Wealth. Jared, what's your preference when it comes to trading and investing?
For me, as more of a longer-term investor in my portfolios, I look for big trends. One of the things I'm looking at right now is McDonald's. They had this huge blowout Pokemon promotion with their Happy Meals. It was a huge success. My son has been trying to, all this crazy hype that did pay off for them. But you've got to, sometimes this is where, again, you got to separate headlines from what's really happening. CEO Chris Kopensky said that low and middle income customers were actually pulling back their spending at that chain. Now, he said last Wednesday that the trends largely continue. So he said first they were pulling back, last quarter earnings, again, same thing. So these trends, as much as there's some hype out there and people are buying these Happy Meals and getting excitement, how long does that last? And as a parent, even though I think I do fairly well, to buy my kids 1,000 Happy Meals a week, it's just not going to happen. I have to stay within my budget. And lower middle income Americans right now are feeling the pinch the worst. And the tax cuts that have been reenacted, unfortunately, really aren't giving them much of a break. But higher costs are. And McDonald's, case in point, is one of those where they just seen year over year of sort of declining sales. And to be frank with you, I think we'll see a little bit of a blip up, but I'd be careful owning McDonald's. And to be frank with you, a lot of both casual and fine dining restaurants here. Again, prices are high. Americans are tightening up their wallets. And even if the Fed cuts rates, even if this market continues to go higher, the drive for a lot of casual dining restaurants, especially restaurants like McDonald's, is going to be the lower to middle income American. And unfortunately for them, they don't have the cash right now. Okay. McDonald's is doing some things to combat that. But for me, again, this is where you can get caught up in headlines. A lot of folks have been, buying McDonald's. The stock has been doing fairly well here, but I would almost be a seller here. I wouldn't necessarily go short the stock, but as it starts to progress higher, perhaps towards that 325 level, that's a level I might look to maybe buy puts, because again, you wonder about future valuation. Can this company sustain itself? The mass trends across the world are that they are seeing a decline in sales.
Thank you, Jared.
Thanks, Angie. Great to be here.